come out of here, of course, we start at this level, which is where we have the press box, and then all of the other functional parts of what it takes to run the game. On either side of the press box itself is the home radio, and that's where the voice of the Camels originates as we broadcast across. Real nice place. The spotter's able to stand behind and look down over the top and can see the entire field from here. Next room over is our AV room, and that's where all of the data and all comes from to let us have opportunities to send out all of the things that we have to send out. This is our home coaches box, and it is as nice as anywhere around. It has room for our 4 coaches that are in the box right down on the front, and then the fellows that support them can be back behind, and again, spotters and people that are on the back side back here. They have direct phone lines down onto the field, as well as the wireless system that's hooked up into place here. And you can see the field exceptionally well, so it's great from here. As we walk down to the other end of the building, of course, we do have visitors that show up when we have games, so we have to have a spot for them as well. So the visitors radio booth, just a little bit smaller than our booth, and doesn't have a second level behind it, but so far it seems to work pretty well for them. I don't think they have too much trouble in that process. Then the next booth over is the officials box, and the officials box handles the clock, the play clock on the field, the scoreboard itself, and then there's an official that watches the officials. So we have spots for those 4 people right down front, so they have a room to themselves. They are not bothered, they are not interrupted. They have their own ability to handle the functions of the game that they have to take care of. So that's what goes on in this box right here. And then of course our last box is the visitors coaches box. And I really wanted to paint this one pink, but some other folks thought better, but we did paint it orange. So wherever they come from, they get the opportunity to sit and have the Campbell orange. And one thing you may not notice, but I hope you will if you look from down now, but every wall that you can see as you look up from the field is painted orange. So when you're looking up through this glass back up into the place, you're seeing orange behind us. And so that's a pretty nice little setup there. All right, so now as we come in here, this is the president's level. It is set up with the main president's suite, then 4 other suites that are available. So let's peek outside first right here. And you can see that what we have here is a real nice area, nice tile floor. We bring chairs out here to sit, and we have some of our individuals that want to rent these spaces that like to be outside where they can hear everything that's going on. And the way we've got it set up, as you can see, you can look through the glass. We built the glass corners so you can see through the glass and you're able to see the entire field. So you don't miss anything as far as the game goes. You can see all the corners and everything else. This is the Carly C. and Joyce McLam Press Tower. And Carly C's IGA Hometown Proud. And so we are excited for them and for us to have the opportunity to work with them to make this all happen. And of course behind you then we have the Barker Lane Stadium plaque and the Ed Gore Field plaque with Ed and Dinah Gore and Bob and Pat Barker there. We are excited about Bob and Pat and what they've done for us with Bob Barker Residence Hall and Pat Barker Hall over on campus too, 2 wonderful residence halls. All right, so here's one of our other suites, and these are real nice facilities. These are set up to house between 12 and 14 people. Nice place to have a little bit of food. They've got their own TV in here that they can watch the game replays on, which helps a whole lot. These are just wonderful places to sit, and you can see, and here's as good a place as any to see what we've done. But these wonderful seats right here, nicely cushioned with a wonderful place to set your drink and your food out in front of you. But when you're sitting, you still can see over everyone and see down on the field and see the entire sideline. Now that doesn't mean that when all the football players are crowded right up on the line that you get to see that, but you can see everything else that happens right up to that line. And you can see well enough to yell at the officials and say, come on guys, you missed that call. So we're able to do that. And again, we picked up some pictures from this year and have added those in, and we'll be adding more as time goes by. And of course, this is our President's Suite here. The President's Suite is able to house about 60 people. And we have televisions at both ends. We have some high top tables that allow us to sit back and eat a little bit. And you see we've kind of set up several rows of seats here. We have the chairs that roll right up against the counter. And again, we've done the same thing down here. We have these wonderful seats that sit across the front. But here's where you sit when you're just down around the 50-yard line to be able to see out of the President's box. It's a great space, great space. Again, here's another one of our wonderful rooms that we've got for the separate groups that want to come and be here with us. So why don't we slip upstairs? You want to slip up here and see the top? So as we come all the way up to the top, and you get a good view of the Urban Warren Athletic Center from up here, and of course back over on campus as well. And when you kind of pan around, you can see we are just about, if not the highest point in Harnett County when you're on top of this building. On a real clear day, you can see water towers different places, but you can see the top of everything else in the county. There you go. That's the stadium.